I realized I needed to do this. Oh wait, I have that over here. Here we go. Oh no, okay, hold on. That and then... okay. Hold on. Oh Christ, what have I done? Okay. Goodness gracious. Okay. You need to go down here. There you go. Let's move this here. I am. Yes, baby boy. Maybe someday I'll just like have everything ready to go at 4. I don't remember everything looking like this. Maybe I'm nuts. Okay. Okay, we're almost ready. Apologies. Shit. Oh. Where is the... Okay, hold on. There's the cup. And copy, paste. Okay, good enough. That should be fine. We should be good. Hey Franks, what's up? I'm only 5 minutes late, so that's great. I don't have a lot of energy today, but I still wanted to stream. But I'm alright. Thank you. I wasn't sure what I could stream, so I went ahead and hopped back to this bad boy. And allow me to evaluate. Wait, why is it not playing any noise? Oh god. Maybe I can't play this. Why are you muted? Why is there no sound? had so much trouble with games recently. What on earth am I supposed to do? I don't know why this isn't playing sound. Thank you, Siberian. Hold on. There we go. Oh my lord. Hey, what's up? What's up, Gnome? What's up, Coco? That's a very cute name. Welcome all the way from UK too. Hey, how are you? Why is there... Why no sound? Why no sound? Oh, okay. Noted. Noted. Thank you for letting me know, Coco. Wait, can I? No, it's not even playing on... Okay, hold on. Come on. Well... Oh, congratulations! Congratulations on your journey. Well, you're more than welcome here. I have the sound set up correctly on my computer. How have you been doing, Coco? Hope you've been having a nice day. Good day. Very often, family does not approve. That's unfortunately common. I don't know how to fix this. Welcome, shy boy. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. Oh, and welcome, Coco. Welcome to the Queen's Court. I appreciate you both following, even though there's no sound in the stream. Oh, no. We could just talk, have a hangout stream, maybe even do a tarot card stream. I need more practice. Need more practice. Let me try. Let's see, where's the properties? It's just on desktop. Hmm. What do I do? Let me try. Yes, I am. Would save my gaze at maximum. Max gay. Okay, legal games, my games. No. That doesn't work. Desktop, what about this PC? Visual Boy Advanced? No, it's not there. I'm gonna try one more thing. What do you think, Friggs? Should we just turn it into a chat stream? Or I could do a tarot card stream. I'm like so low energy today. Do lots of hard work. Oh, this is taking forever. The world is indeed my oyster. It would indeed be easier, yeah. We're all pretty fucked right now. Ain't that just the way of the world? But yeah, this I mean the thing is, oh, thank you, baby boy. You meowing? You making starting to stir up a ruckus? Okay, well, if I can't do that. Alright, let me at least put on some music. It is indeed a cat. It's an old man cat. Well, that's unfortunate, Coco. Because here we love and support all animals, except for maybe mosquitoes and cockroaches and seagulls. Those three. No, thank you. Well, yeah, unfortunately we got animal lovers in here. See if that works. Let's try that one. No. No. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That's just some music that I'm playing. Ugh. Oh, right, I have an announcement. Next Wednesday, we're going to be doing a pizza party stream. So be ready. Thank you, Frigley. Oh, and I'm like way too hot in this. Yeah! So next Wednesday. I'm like legitimately just drawing a complete blank on what else to do. My brain's not operating on full cylinders. Maybe let's... I don't know what else to do. Yeah, what's up, Franks? You do that. I need to go put on a different shirt because I'm like roasting alive in this hoodie. There he is. baby boy. There's a 6-hour Riku is gay video? Holy Christ, is that actually a thing? Why is it 6 hours? That's incredible. Yeah, you know what? Let's maybe we should do that for Friday. Does it have spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 3? I hope I'm in the right section. I actually don't know if I am. This is interesting music. Oh no, what do we do? There. Uh-oh. Oh no. I don't have anything to like put on the screen. I guess I'll just, you know, throw myself down. Enlarge the chat, maybe. Oops. Do you see my Lucky Charms? I'm gonna eat some for stream. Oh, I need to actually have my tarot card deck. My decks. Cereal. Bring in the cards. Well, this is not where I intended for stream to go, but sometimes things just happen. I got my cards, and I also have my rocks. We have... This is a freaking mess. We have selenite. Lovely, lovely rock. Eli and I call it the hexagon of power. Boom. We have a rose quartz, a real big rock of it. Lovely chunk, some grit, and I actually don't know what all this is. I've tried to clean it. It doesn't want to be cleaned, so that just is what it is. I think it's inside the rock. And then I actually don't know what this one is. I think it's citrine, but I don't actually know. Rose quartz, like from the Steven Universes. I also have an amethyst. I got garnet as well. Not with me, I just physically own the stones. And jasper, lapis lazuli. Don't have peridot. I think I actually don't have peridot. Everything is fine. Well, now we just have to sit and wait here for someone to come in who wants a reading. Unless you want a reading, Friggly. Would you like another reading? It's okay if the answer is no. We'll just sit here and talk. We can try that. But I make no guarantee. You never know what the cards will come up with. However, if you specify that you don't want it to be a hardcore reading, then that should suffice. I don't know, you could, I mean, you can do... I am perfectly fine with jokey questions. You do whatever you want. We're just here to have fun, you know? And if someone comes in here with a serious question, that's great, but the point of these streams is to have fun. You know, just hang out, relax, chill, vibe. Especially since, I mean, I've looked up all this stuff that's like popular to stream right now. Ooh, go for it. God, my computer like can't handle any of it, so we'll have to figure out what the heck to do. I've like been hired as a psychic. But I realized I need more practice. Because I do readings for myself all the time, but that, you know, it's not the same. Ooh, you haven't really known what to do with your 14 characters since you don't like the story. I think the MSQ my character just don't mix, so what should I do with them outside of that? Do you mean creatively speaking? Oops. I mean, I'm writing my own fan fiction with my character. Story-wise, their arc and whatnot. I got you! Alright, Friggs. Alright, Friggs. What deck do you want? We have this deck. We have this deck, which is your standard one. Or we have this deck. Which card would you want? Pick your poison. And hey, what's up? Is it Altair? I actually don't know how to really pronounce that name. We can totally go for the first one. Ooh, I never get to use that deck. How are you doing? Is it Altair? Altair. You can tell I haven't played Assassin's Creed. Isn't it Altair? Welcome to the stream. I'm so happy to have you here. Oh, I wanted Lucky Charms, but the Lucky Charms did not want me. So we'll just try that again later. Welcome to the stream, Altair. Altair. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. The first one was this one. Alright, so what to do with your character? You absolutely can get a reading. Let me do this one for Friggs real quick. So consider what reading you would like, or what your question will be. And I'll need a name for you and your birthday. I'm trying to, I haven't asked for names previously in the past, but everyone always wants to give them to me. So I'm like, what am I missing by not asking for birthdays? So you know what, I would like your birthday. Once I do Frigley's. Alright. You ready, Frigley? Alright. What should Frigley do with their Final Fantasy XIV character in Final Fantasy XIV story-wise? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, that burp tasted weird. Okay. Alright, so alright, Frigley, I'm going to I'm performing a test. So let's see, Frigley. Okay, you are the Friggly. Excuse me. Alright, I'm chatting, I'm not chatting, trying to divine. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Good. Feel the divinations. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, Frigley, did you ever feel the theanine kick in? Okay, so I feel ridiculous reading this to this music. I'll ask this. Have you found it easier to do things? Yeah, because that's what I experienced with the theanine. Is I was like, oh, I can actually do things. I was able to get out of my, like, I don't know if executive dysfunction is the word, my procrastination. Let me do this reading before I forget what I'm talking about, actually. So you're currently stuck because the foundation that you're giving your character, what's his name again? I don't remember. I'll call him the boy. The foundations that you feel with Hari, okay. The foundations that you've currently set for Hari, it's rooted in basically the MSQ that they have presented to you, and you're kind of like, you're very stuck on that. And what you need to do is you basically need to remove the bones of his character's backstory and just eliminate the MSQ, because the thing is you can take the setting and you can do whatever you want with it. Right now you're very focused on, well, here's what's canon, what else am I supposed to do? And you need to step away from that, because and also you can take what is in canon and you can just rewrite it to have it be literally whatever you want it to be. Like, an approach that you could take is, here's the story that they presented in, you know, Shadowbringers. Here's how I would actually write that. And then have that become your personal canon. Or you can take all of it and chuck it and throw it away and pretend like the MSQ for 14 doesn't exist, and then you create your own story up. And, like, because you're kind of stuck on, again, it's like the foundation of the story, and if you can let go of this idea that has to be the foundation, it's like you're kind of coiled and circled around it and you're holding on to it. And the fact of the matter is, you can just let that go. And it doesn't necessarily have to be this big upheaval. You can take it very, like, calmly and peacefully. Yeah, then just chuck the MSQ. I mean, me personally, I've rewritten the end of Stormblood and how it goes for Callisto. I'm like, I'm not interested in that. You know what? I have my own version. I accept that the canon is what it is, but then I also had to rewrite the interactions and relationships that Callisto has with certain NPCs, like Hoshapant and Xenos. I have to change those relationships because she's like 13, 14 years old and they're both grown men. And I was like, I need to change the way that this relationship works. And, you know, it's like, it doesn't stop there being like canon from the traditional game, but you can do literally whatever you want. Like, throw out the MSQ and go, this is the adventure that I think would take place. And again, you can write it so that, Eorzea doesn't even face the challenges that are in MSQ, and just create your own thing. If you're willing to do that and create like your own bones, I think you're gonna be way happier. And then it's going to be more of a, you need to bring like your inward creative expression and take that and bring it out instead of relying on what they're telling you it is. Reach inside yourself, find it, go, make your own bones. Grow your own skeleton, Friggs. Come on. So that's what the cards say. And I think, again, if you can let go of that, I think you're gonna be much happier with what to do with Hari, and you won't feel as stuck with him. Grow your own skeleton! So, that's the reading. Do you have any follow-up questions that you want to ask? And exactly, you can do it again. Altair, I hope you're ready. Let me know that you're still there before I start reading. Ah, Lucky Charms. Hearts that Lucky bring objects to life. Con los corazones, Lucky puede hacer que los objetos cobren vida propia. Hell yeah, Altair! Alright. I'll draw one more card. What is it, Friggs? Ooh. So, the card that I drew was the devil. Look at that. That's what your suggestion is for what to do next. And I think what that means is, well, first off, I think that you have a specific meaning to this card, possibly. So kind of sit and meditate on it and think about it. But I think what you should do is it needs to be a conflict where it's very personal to him. Not necessarily something that he likes, but it's something that grabs him on a personal level and he can't walk away from it. And don't be afraid to let it be something that's kind of nasty, that he, like, feels dark, or that he doesn't want to get involved with. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be Emmett. That is who I thought of first. I don't think it has to be Emmett. I think this is more of, like, what's a personal conflict that he just can't walk away from. Even if he doesn't want to be there, it's just something that he can't let go of. Like, let's pretend someone's like girlfriend went missing 20 years ago, and it's a mystery that brings them discomfort. And I'm not saying this is Hari, I'm using this as a like example. Someone's girlfriend went missing 20 years ago, and it's a mystery where they want to let it go. They understand that they're not going to be seeing their girlfriend again. Maybe they even understand they didn't really even necessarily, like, this girlfriend wasn't a great love of their past, and they want to let it go. They want to move on from their future, but they still have, like, nightmares about it at night. And the question of, but what happened, keeps gnawing at them, even as they try to progress from, like, just trying to move forward with their life and create their own new story. But they can't let that go even though they want to. So that's an example of a situation where it's something where he's personally vested in, even if he doesn't want to be. And again, I'm not telling you to do that specifically, but it's an example. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Altair, it's your turn. Okay, so you wanted a general reading. You're welcome, Quickly. Oh, and don't be afraid to let it grow over time. Just find like what your hook is, and then let it grow from there. You know, take it one story beat at a time. All right. Let's see, Ritwick, 30th June 2001. No, you don't have to give your name and date of birth again. Don't worry. Got you. All right. It's time for you to pick out your deck. Would you like a reading from... We have this deck. We have this deck. Or we have this deck. Which one would you like? My cat's walking in here looking very angry.
What's up, baby boy? Mi viejito. ¿Qué pasa, mi querido?
Second one. Oh god, which one did I hold up? I think it was this one, right? Brown one? Yeah! Alright. Oh dear, how do I put these cards away? Hold on. Ah! Alright. We're setting these cards. Ow! Setting these cards aside. And we're grabbing these. These are the perfect vibe, right? For tarot cards, like wonderful, mystical, elegant. I'm being sarcastic in case it's not obvious. Alright, I'm just gonna shuffle the cards a little bit. Okay. Alright, I'll tell you, I'm going to start cutting the deck, and I want you to tell me when to stop, okay? Alright, and I am starting... now. I think that would be great, Frigley, and then you could have the Warrior of Light as the Fool. Alright. General reading. Two. Three. And 4. Yeah, you're ready to go forward in life, but you don't know what step to take. And maybe you work at like fast food or something? You'll have to tell me if I'm off or wrong on stuff. I'm trying to branch out a little and I guess more, I suppose. Guess is not the right word. I'm trying to use more intuitive stuff. Okay, cool. Alright. And you've experienced some hardships recently. Possibly you have somebody who's talking down to you. And there's somebody who means well, but they're kind of killing your dreams, is the vibe that I'm getting here. And you want to move forward and find, like, a better family, but fear is holding you back. And I think you're afraid that if you move forward, it's going to really hurt, which I think you are actually correct about. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, there's like a lot of fear. You're afraid of hurting people. Okay. So, let me draw a few more cards before I speak. Do you like numbers, Altair? Yeah, I understand. You like maths? Okay. So, you can have a more positive relationship with your family, but you need to set what your expectations for them are. That's kind of what's coming out to me first, is I think it's like you're kind of looking back at what other people are expecting of you. Probably family, like you're kind of stuck where it's not that you're kind of, it's like you want their approval maybe more, or you keep looking to see like what do they expect. And the thing is, I don't think they're ever going to agree with the choices that you make personally. And if you can set that expectation of it would be nice to have their approval, but you don't need it, I think that will really help. And I think you're going to be getting... Yeah, stuff is going to be changing soon. Where did those cards go? If you stay in this point of indecision, stuff isn't going to change. So you're correct where you're going, I need to be doing something. And the cards are going, yes, you're correct, you do need to be doing something. Because if you stay where you're kind of like procrastinating, where you're not doing stuff, things are not going to be improving. And I think if you go into a field like engineering or computer science, I think you're going to have much better luck, but you also need to go about it in the correct way, because as someone who's a college degree person myself, college doesn't mean that you're going to get a career experience well. So like, say that you do go into computer science, make yourself do things like build apps or create a game or just write code, because if you can have that experience and then you exit college and you can go, look at this thing. Yeah, okay, there you go. You need to make sure that you have the experience to go with it. But I think that would be a good idea. You just need to go about it in the correct way and like do your research. Just now is the time for you to start like looking out for that stuff. Let me see. Oh, and here was the other thing that came out to me, is you personally would do really well to go into a field where you can have a good work-life balance and make good money, and then use that extra time and money to pursue the things that you like. So you need to be mindful of that, and I'm seeing something to do with numbers. So keep that in mind. Overall, I do have really good, like, energy from the cards. Yeah, I think that's it. Just, like, you'll be good. Just start moving forward and making choices. I don't get the feeling that you're wildly off the mark. So, do you have any questions? Anything about love? If there is... If there is a girl... I drew a Queen of Wands, and I have a very feminine energy from them. If there's a girl that you're currently interested in, or if a girl kind of crosses your path, I'm not getting good vibes from that relationship. I would avoid it. I think she'd secretly be kind of crazy, actually, like, not a good way. I think if you are a bit patient and you focus on your current path and just like keep yourself busy, someone's going to come. Like, you don't need to go looking, and it'll be like a very fun relationship. Someone who will challenge you in a good way. And with the internship stuff, I think you're going to get what you put out. So if you put in a good amount of effort and you're smart about it, like, don't just put out applications. Make sure that you're a shoo-in and do it properly. I think if you do that, you have... Yeah, I think you'll be fine with that. I got the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles! So, that's probably what that is. Because it's like, you're kind of dwelling, but then an offer is going to come. I think that's what that Page of Pentacles is talking about. So I think that you will be good. Just make sure to do the work correctly. You're welcome! I hope it helps. Do you have any questions? Or follow things that you want me to clarify? Awesome. And I know I asked you this before. Did the reading overall, like, was it accurate, or were there any points where you were like, oh, I don't know? I'm asking that because I'm practicing, trying to get, like, because I've always spent so much time as a tarot card reader only reading the cards, and I'm like, let me try and open up and also connect to, like, the client's energy. But I've never done that before, so I don't, like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Excellent! Very cool! Oh, that makes me happy. Thank you, Altair. And we don't have anybody else lined up for the next reading, so if you have anybody else who wants one, suggest it, chuck them in here. Otherwise, we'll just sit and chat. Eat some Lucky Charms. Also, for the record, that was done with a Homestuck deck. I don't know if you know what Homestuck is. Homestuck Tarot! God, I need to get a new... I'm dying to get new tarot cards. Ooh, for my Final Fantasy XIV character? Okay, Friggly, okay. Oh, you're a bit into tarot? I love tarot, obviously. I actually do fictional readings for my for my characters all the time. I'm like, what do I do next in the story cards? And they're like, here's some wisdom. And I'm like, holy cow, I would have never thought of that. I've never really connected with astrology. I don't know. My understanding of it when I read it, what did I do? I think I like read the tarot cards and I was like, how much does this impact? And they're like, it's a good portion, but don't worry about it. It's one of those things where I don't connect with it, unfortunately. But I find it very interesting, and I remember doing a reading where I got like my full horoscope. And I read, it was my sun sign, my moon sign, ascending and descending, and year. And it was pretty creepy how accurate it actually was. And like, I'm in Aries, but I've never really connected with being an Aries because they say you're very fiery and passionate and aggressive, and it's your way or the highway, and you're very forceful and like kind of full of yourself and blah blah blah. And I was like, no, it's basically like an alpha personality type, and I went, no. But then when I read it in conjunction with the other stuff, they said you're a pretty chill, like, calm person, and you have, like, this inner fire to you, and you're this weird combination where you're very easygoing, and you can change your mind easily, but there are certain things that you're extraordinarily stubborn about, and I was like, that's totally me. Like, if you give me an argument on something, I'm like, oh, that just changed, like, core belief for me. Like, I'm willing to hear it out. But then, I don't know, there's, like, some stuff where I get really just stubborn about it, and I don't want to let it go. And it's fun. Oh, what music is this? Is this Mario 64? I bet it is. Yeah, Koopa Troopa Beach! Super Mario 64. I remember. God, my childhood was spent on that. Yo, what's up, Siberian? We've had to switch to a tarot stream because the emulator doesn't work. So I continue to sit and watch as the games that I can play slowly dwindles. My very real copy of Fire Red. Very feelsy person, Altair. Oh, I should do that with my brother and see what his horoscope stuff says. Alright, so... What was Frig's question? Alright, I will do a reading for Callisto. Alright, reading for my Final Fantasy XIV character Callisto. Let me cut the deck a couple of times. Now I'm the client. One. 3 a.m. Oh my goodness. Yeah, good night. Thank you so much for popping in, Altair. 2. 3. 4. What does core bananas even mean? Oh, interesting. I got the devil with the high priestess. This is a joy. So, let's see. I got the devil with the high priestess, the world paired with the ace of pentacles reversed, and 10 of swords reversed with strength, and 8 of cups reversed. Which to me says, I know exactly what kind of hardships to put her through. And even though I don't think that this is going to go anywhere with it, I think they're talking a little bit both about what her story should be, as well as, I've been writing a story, my fan fiction with my character that I don't think anybody's going to read, but it's something like 40 to 60 pages at this point, so not really it's turning into a book. You know? It's turning into a book. So I think it's a little bit both of the story and also what I should actually do with the character. And this to me feels like if it's a good idea to keep doing it, it'll, like, something will come to fruition with it. And I shouldn't be afraid to go overboard with causing her absolute misery and pain in the story, because that'll be the good shit. And 8 of Cups reversed is don't leave the project behind. Keep working at it. So pretty short and sweet. Ooh, modded. Do it, Wrigley. The cards. Don't be afraid to make her life miserable. And I'm like, you got it, boss. Thank you, Wrigley. I could read like a little excerpt, but I don't know what I would even pick. Tarot reading turns into reading my fanfic stream, except it's not done yet, and I keep I've decided to move things, so now Graha Tia is there, and I'm like, ah, shit, I have to figure out how to fit this asshole in. How do I do this? Oh dear. I hope I'm not starting to get a migraine. Let me find an excerpt to read. Ah, they logged me out! So many cats? Oh, the Makote, yeah. Alright, I need to log back in. Hopefully somebody else will come in and let me practice on them. I need fresh prey. I mean clientele. Okay. Oh god, I need to shower. I don't smell great. 0 out of 10 on the smell scale. Let's see, ever now. Ooh, what's this one? I've heard this one. Oh, it's Pokemon. Nice. Let me see if I can find my... Hey! What's up, Yuds? I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So the cards, I don't really control what they give out. Sometimes it's usually a combination, honestly. If you want a reading, we can do it. No, so it's, I haven't published this story yet because I'm trying to finish it. Where the hell do I put this? It's in my way. I guess it can stay. I'll do draft 3. I could read the beginning of it, but that's like the worst part of any story. Oh, I missed what you said, Yuds. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I have a condition, which is I would like you to tell me how accurate or inaccurate I am. Because I'm trying to test, like, a new reading thing. And I need to know if it's working or not. And then after your reading, maybe I'll read an excerpt from my fanfiction. Alright, let's pick a deck. Would you like this deck? Or this deck? Or this deck? Oh, I think I'm getting a migraine. Alright, second deck. Hold on. I think I might need to take my migraine medication. Thank you for joining, Yuds! Thank you so much! Welcome to the Queen's Court. Might need to take my migraine medication real quick. I'm not supposed to take this much abortive migraine medication, but I don't have anything else I can do. Migraine medication got. Alright, now from you, Yuds, I need a name and a birth date. Doesn't have to be your real name, just like a name and then a birthday. John and June, okay. Alright, I'm going to start cutting the cards, and I want you to tell me when to stop. Alright, and I'm starting now. Okay. One, two, three, and Bud, why are you screaming? Four. Now let me take my migraine medication. I have like 2 different steps that I take when I get a migraine. Okay. career. Love. I'm waiting for my medication to dissolve. What a wonderful card reading this is. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Alright. God, I think I've been getting 3 migraines a week. I had to go to PT for back pain. After going to PT for back pain, I've just been getting back pain non-stop. That's been triggering so many migraines. Oh, physical therapy. Okay. So... oh dear, what did you say? John and June. Alright. So, I did a blind reading. And the first line that I did was for your career. And up top, as the card that represents you, we have the Judgment reverse, which to me says you're at a point in your life where you should kind of be entering like the second big arc of who you are, but that's not happening. And the reason for it is you have these people whose opinions that you you put a lot of weight into their opinions and you want to listen to their wisdom. The thing is they're wrong. You put a lot of stock into their opinion and like you're listening to them, but the person that you should be listening to is yourself, and you're not doing that. I have a High Priestess upright, which to me says, like, you know what you should be doing with yourself. You know what route you should be pursuing, but you're not listening to that inner voice. You're listening to what these other people are saying. And the fact of the matter is, you know yourself better than they do, so you need to, and it's not that you need to ignore their advice, it's that you need to be listening to yourself too. So, like, you're at a point where you're right, your life could be taking on this, like, new second arc, so to speak. But, or if you don't know that, this is me telling you, this is a point in your life where you could make new things and start bringing all this new stuff in. But that's not what, like, that's not happening. But it could be. But it ain't. Then for your second row, I drew for romance. And I got a King of Swords in reverse. Let me see. You have a lot of fear from past experiences that you think that you moved on from them, and you actually have not. I have a 5 of Cups reverse, which to me says that you feel that you've healed from a betrayal that occurred in your past where somebody kind of like stabbed you in the back. Someone who was a really good friend to you, and you think that you healed from it and progressed from it. It was someone where you gave them your trust. And I don't think you... Did you see it coming? Maybe you had some nagging thoughts, but you didn't think so. You think that you've healed from that and overcome it, but you haven't. There's still a sword stuck in you, so to speak. Sorry, when I get migraines, they make it a little difficult for me to talk, so apologies. Let me see. You think that you've been progressing, but you've actually just been walking through fear. And because you've been walking through fear, you've been clouded by it, and so you don't really see... You've been walking in the wrong direction for a little bit, I think. And the overall thing that I think I should note is I don't get this sense of fear from you or anything like that. I think that you're, like, you feel fine. Yeah, it's kind of like, you feel fine. Your energy, if I'm picking up on it correctly, you have kind of this, like, very easygoing, live and let live type of energy, I hope. But there's stuff that's shackled to you that you need to address. Let me see. Drawing another card. I think if you go back to school, back to school. Cups, the Emperor reverse, 2 swords. Oh god, please don't do this, brain. Oh dear. Yeah, you need to go back to school or back to training. I'm okay, it's the migraine. They just make me kind of like fuzzy. I got some water. Thank you. Here we go. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, I think you're afraid of repeating the same mistakes in the past, but you have actually learned from them. And I think that's a thing both romantically and career or education-wise. And I think that's maybe why you're listening to the opinions of other people, is because you made these mistakes in the past. But you need to trust that you've actually got some wisdom to you. And if you don't assert your own authority, you're going to keep feeling stuck, and you're going to keep this stuff kind of clinging and dragging with you. And it's okay to feel bad sometimes and to put your foot down, because even though I think you think that that is the darker path, it's actually the one that is going to set you on the right route. And that's when you're going to start getting better opportunities in life. says Empress reverse. She's just like sitting there. Yeah, you're just like not in control of your life. Do you have any questions about the reading? Oh, I really wish I hadn't gotten this migraine. It's what I see currently, but this is a horrible controller. I think if you have any questions, you related to all. Okay, very good. That's an excellent sign then. I have a feeling that there is another question or thought that you have, and it's going to open the second part of this reading. Weird saying this while rubbing a PS4 controller. Do you have any questions or something that you want me to elaborate on? This is probably making a really... Ooh, I should mute myself as I'm doing this. That is unfortunate. I don't think the promotion is coming, or if it does, it's not worth waiting for. I think now is an excellent time for you to change things, but you're the one that has to exert the control of the change, because change isn't going to come for you. If it was, I would be seeing like an 8 of Wands or a Death card. Death is good because it means change is coming whether you like it or not. But here, it's about like personal control. So things can change, but it has to be from you. And again, I think you know what you like and what you're good at, and you should listen to that voice. So, you know, if there's anything where you're like, ooh, I bet that I would like, I don't know, like carpentry or computer coding, listen to yourself. I think that you'd have, I think if you were willing to do that, that would get you that thing that you want. I talk real good. I talk so well. Oh my gosh. You can have very positive energy in your life and get the change that you want, but you gotta go for it. And part of that involves going back to school or going back to training, or, you know, self-teaching. That's like for computer coding. That's one of those fields where you don't need to get a college degree from it. In fact, it's more important to have experience, which you'll get from self-studying. Or going to a coding boot camp, which like is what I did as an example. I went, man, I need to change stuff. I want a career that will let me do the things that I'm passionate about on the side, but those things aren't making me money right now. What do I do? And so I went, I researched it. Coding boot camp was that answer, and so that's what I went for. I think you need a little bit of that. Ooh, this energy's nice. Wait. Oh god, is this... Ah, it's been going for 50 minutes. I don't know if that... Nobody tell Ghibli, because I don't know if that was free music. Oh crap. Do you have any questions, Yuds? What does part 2 say? Oh, good query. Let me get some music back on. I think part 2... I think that's what this Empress card is all about. That's the wrong deck. I drew the Hermit card with another card about disaster. Yeah, the Hermit card paired with a card that means in... How do I phrase it? Just hear the like dial-up noises taking place in my brain as it tries to combat this migraine. If you have somebody who stabbed you in the back in the past, don't let them do it again. Don't let them do it again. Because I think that if you take those measurements to better yourself, because I think I had the Empress and the Emperor in reverse, and it's like, you can be the person sitting on the throne, and if you go to take those moves to take that throne and sit on it, so to speak, and be the person that's in control, again, you need to listen to yourself, because so I'm gonna physically show you these cards. This was the card where I said somebody stabbed you in the back. It's a little graphic. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a 7 of Wands with this person having taken their cane sword and they stabbed it through this other person. And that was what I read as like a betrayal happened to you. And reading for your future, I got this Queen of Swords in reverse. And as you can see, she's holding a weapon with blood on it. And I think you need to... It feels like a warning where it's saying, don't let yourself be stabbed again by the same person. Because they'll do it again. Not necessarily even out of malice or hatred. That's just the way that they are, as they hurt you. So don't... I think if you can avoid this person, like, don't listen to them, don't devote or spend, like, I don't know if you're still in contact with this person, but you need to not be, and you need to separate yourself. And I think if you do, like, you need to listen to yourself. And terrifying though it may be, I don't see, I don't really see anything else for your future. It feels almost like the reading stops, and I think the reason for that is what your future is going to look like is decided up to you. The thing that the cards can say is be careful about this person. Don't let them, because if you listen to them or let them be there and they see the stuff that you're doing to like right in the throne, take control, they're just gonna like stab you again. Stabbing 2.0 is going to return. Like they're just kind of standing there holding the bloody knife in their hand, and they'll do it again. So just be sure to listen to yourself and don't let them do it. I think if you can avoid that, how bright and incredible your life is, or how miserable and dark it is, I think that's up to you. So choose your own adventure, so to speak. And then I drew a few more cards just to see if we were going to get anything. And I think if you follow forward through this and you let yourself be taken to indulge on the adventure, I got a Knight of Wands with the Lovers. And I think if you go on the good path, so to speak, you're going to meet someone who's going to be like an excellent romantic partner to you. But if you don't follow this path where you're listening to yourself and you take control, it's not gonna happen. So it's up to you, it's up to you. Up to you, Yuds. Let me see if I get anything else. Remember that you don't need to tell anybody else what you're doing. You don't have to run it by them. You can just move forward and do it. You don't have to ask anybody for permission.
Hi, baby boy.
I don't think that's a question that I can answer for you. That's your choice. If it's a good relationship, then I mean, I think that's a question for you to answer. I don't know, man. On the other hand, if your partner is supportive and they've been loving and they've been a rock, then it could mean that if you take them on the adventure with you, your relationship is going to improve. So that is an alternative way to read it. But if it's the person who has stabbed you in the back, boundaries are good and important. Yeah, and I feel the reading kind of closing up. I can do a separate question if you want, but I think that this general reading that we did, where we kind of just touched on everything, it's closed up. I can kind of feel it when the cards are like, okay, hang up the phone. Do you have any further questions? I realize I didn't quite answer the one that you just asked, but I don't know. God, I wish my brain would cooperate. You could ask a question. If I do what I enjoy, will I succeed if I put effort in? Yeah, like that's an excellent question. So we could do that, and if you do want to ask about like romance. Instead of saying, you know, will I leave my partner? What we can do is say, what is the most likely future outcome for this current relationship? Excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna shuffle the cards. And did you want to stick with Alright, we'll ask both questions. Did you want to stick with this deck, or would you like to pick another? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I will stick with this deck then, because this is the deck that it seems to dig the deepest for people, which it sounds like that's what you're interested in. So we're going to stick with this deck. Just let me like shuffle and cleanse it a little bit. And is there stuff in it? Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing that I did last time, where I'm going to start cutting the deck, and I want you to tell me when to stop. Alright. Stop after the count of 7. Very cool, I can do that. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so what is the outcome of the future current relationship and also career? C1. Two. 3. 4. Romance, career. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so for your current the future of this current relationship, the first card that I drew was a 5 of Wands, which to me said it would just kind of stay the same where there's this kind of, you experience a lot of conflict in this relationship. It's not horrible conflict or anything like that. And I think sometimes you even have fun with it because it keeps you sharp, so to speak. Or maybe it keeps the relationship sharp. That would just kind of continue to go. But I think in the long term, that's going to make you a lot more miserable than you think it would. I also think it weighs down on you a lot more than you think it does. So if you stay the course with this relationship, you're going to continue to, like, just sink into that. And the other thing is, so there's kind of like a, I don't know if caveat is this, oh my god, words. I don't know if caveat is the correct word, but you could have a really, really good relationship with this person. I think they're a lady. I keep getting, there's like a bunch of queen cards that I've been getting. So I think this is a lady. I'm not sure. You could have a really, really good positive relationship because I drew the star. The problem is your partner would need to work on themselves, and they really don't want to because they don't want to go into those dark places. They need to embrace the Tower card. Everyone's afraid of the Tower because it's about taking the things that are foundational and breaking them down, and people don't want to do that, and they're very scared of it. But the thing is when you do that and you change the foundations and the materials, you build something that's even better than what you had in the past. She doesn't want to do that. She does not want the Tower, but she needs to do it really badly. And I think she puts out this front that she's happy and perfectly capable. She kind of gets in her own way. If she's not willing to work on herself, things aren't going to change, and in the long term, it's going to keep slumping. If she's willing to get that Tower and knock it down, your relationship could be fantastic. But she has to be willing to do that. But I think she's under this impression that if she keeps smiling and she puts on this happy face, or just keeps moving through it, that things are going to improve, and this depression that she has will be temporary, but it's not going to. She has to actually deal with it and confront it, and she's not. If she does it, you can have the star with her, but if she doesn't do that, you're, again, it's kind of like just slowly sinking into the quicksand, which is fine right now, but in the long term it's not going to be. And then for your future career, or the thing that you had in mind, the thing that you had in mind to like switch for work that you love doing, I got really good cards for that. The first card that I drew for it was 3 of Cups, which to me just says, like, having fun with it and then meeting people who are also into the same thing that you are. Just having kind of like a party and being revitalized. There's a catch, though, because I got the Hierophant with the Ace of Wands reverse. And the Hierophant says, you need to do the boring thing and you need to study. So we're having that repeat of, you can have a really good thing if you pursue this other career choice that you're really interested in, but you don't want to necessarily take. But you need to do the boring thing and you need to study, is essentially what it's saying. The migraine is kind of clouding me, so I'm not sure what it is. But I get the impression that if you take this leap, so to speak, you can nail it, but you need to make sure that you do it correctly. And by that, I mean sit, do research, be willing to go to school if that's what it is. Yeah, I think that's what that is. And I believe that you're afraid that if you pursue this, you're going to experience financial ruin if you pursue it. But that's not actually true. You just have to be sensible about it. So you need to take the exciting, like, ooh, I love this thing, you know, I'm excited to do this, like, I want to do it, I just, like, I like doing this, and you need to pair it with real world experience, like, knowledge and experience and wisdom, and it needs to be your wisdom, not somebody else's. If you take those two things, and you're patient with it, and you work towards the goal, I think you can have what you want, and it doesn't need to be this huge upheaval where you completely flip the desk and change your life. You know, maybe do night school with your current job so that you stay safe, you know? And it is okay for things to be uncomfortable for a while, because when you let yourself be uncomfortable, that's when you start to let go of the things that are anchoring you and dragging you down. Let me see if they have anything else to say. I think that no matter what you do, you're never going to be able to quiet that part of you that very quietly has a dream. Some people can kill that and smother it out. You can't. So maybe listen to yourself. And trust that you have the right knowledge and experience to make the dream work. And be willing to work with your partner. But if your partner is unwilling to do the work, then be aware of what the future holds. Yeah, and become your King of Swords. King of Swords, decision maker. The King of Swords has feelings. They have very strong feelings, but they let logic and their own integrity lead. You do that. You got Page of Pentacles in your future. Bringing the job opportunity. Bringing the money. Yeah. Oh, and you have a Page of Wands that was sitting underneath this King of Swords. Which is great. It's like so much joy. Yeah, like you can have that childlike excitement of just, oh, I love doing these things. And you can merge it with the wisdom of like, I'm gonna research, I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna make sure that as I pursue this, like I have a safety net. Like you can put those two things together. All right, do you have any questions? Welcome back, Frigley. I don't know if I said welcome back. Oh, I can't eat my Lucky Charms because refined sugar always makes my migraines worse. I'm sorry, processed sugar. Yeah, I think some thinking would be good. And remember, it's your voice that you listen to, not somebody else's. Yeah. Thank you for your question, Yuds. Questions, I should say. There were 3 of them, I believe. Technically 4, but I didn't answer one of them. Absolutely, thank you for yours. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and night. Yeah. Very good. You have a good rest of your day / night wherever you're located in the world. Hello, Kanyu. How can I help you? What do the cards say about work tomorrow, huh? Friggly, you've teleported. Let's see if I can get a quick reading about work. You absolutely can ask a question, Kanu. I'll need your name and birthday. Alright. Let's see, what do the cards say about work tomorrow? What about work tomorrow for Yuds? Is that 3 or 4? Oh god, I can't count. I'll shuffle one more time. Oh no. I think you're going to be thinking about a lot of stuff tomorrow, and you're going to be able to go to work and put the time in and work and, like, you know, punch the clock, so to speak. But you're going to be really tired, and it's going to drag, I think. But it should still be a good day. Just, like, be aware of that. What next actions of my person towards me in your future? 27 August. Is this a romantic question? Or are you asking what are you doing towards yourself? Also, which deck would you like, Kanu? Romantic. Got it. Alright, so we have this deck. And we have this deck. And we have this deck. Which one would you like? La, 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 la. Do, 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 do. La, 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 la. All of them are tarot decks. I look forward to seeing you in the future, Yuds. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, all of these are tarot decks, Kanu. I do have an I Ching deck, which is this one here. It works a little differently than tarot, but we can give it a shot. I'm doing good, Blankby. Thank you so much for asking. Ooh. I really have to pee, so I need to take a break. But Blankby, simple writer. Okay, got it. Kanu, I'll use the bathroom and come back and do your reading. Blankby, I'll be back if you would like a tarot card reading. Just like, oh, I'll return. Be right back. I'm back. Oh, frankly, you have a little wrench next to your name on YouTube. That's so cute. Alright. You still there, Kanu? Sorry. I looked up and my cat is just giving me the dirtiest look. Wow, completely off. Da, 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 da. I need to stop singing, I'm sorry. Oh dear, I don't think Kanu is here. Tragic! Blankby, are you here? Oh, you are here. Yay! Okay. So, let me grab that tarot deck. Alright. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start cutting the deck, and I want you to tell me when to stop. Alright. So, one more shuffle, and then... Alright. Tell me when to stop. Is the okay saying I should stop? Oh dear. I don't know if I should keep going or not. I think Blankby took off. Oh, okay. Alright, I am cutting the deck now. Tell me when to stop. Alright. Next actions of your romantic person towards you in the near future. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, baby boy. Sorry, I'm talking to my cat. He's being cute. Hello, Vincent Can't Aim. Hey, horrific. Never had someone come into your stream and say that. Kind of preferable, actually, to everyone walking in here being like, hey, beautiful, and I'm like, I shouldn't be rude about it. Okay. Hello, Fantasy 543324342. Are they Ray-Bans? I don't know what that is, so probably not. Well, Ray-Ban, I know Ray-Ban is a what are these actually? I actually don't. Oh, that's right. Ray-Bans are glasses. These are. They actually don't have a manufacturer on them. I had to. I mean, they're like Medicare funded glasses. So I got them from a, I don't know. I don't know who made them. I got them from the, what are they, what's it called? The, ophthalmologist. Optometrist. Yeah, they're not Ray-Bans. These are like reading glasses. I don't know how well you can see on the camera. But there's no label or manufacturer on them. And I'm pretty sure I'm a real girl, Fantasy. Or I could be a figment of your imagination. Alright, so let me see. So I see this person that you like. They feel very nice, like they have good energy, but I don't think the two of you, unfortunately, just aren't compatible. It would be fun at first, but then... Hold on, I think my, like, juice might be running out. Or you might also feel a bit clouded. I do think you have a good relationship in your future, though. It's just not with... It wouldn't be with this person. That said, I do think that if things continue as they are now, I think they'll make some, like, romantic overtures towards you. It's just, it's not gonna pan out, even if you reciprocated. But I think if you continue forward, there's like another possible romantic connection right around the corner that I think would be getting you a good relationship. I apologize if I'm like talking poorly. I have a migraine. They unfortunately impact the way that I talk. And I wouldn't worry about being like forever alone. You have another good relationship coming right around the corner. So don't be too afraid. Hello, Buttercup. People always end up coming in later in the stream. It's the funniest thing. Let's see, there was one more thing. let me double check something. I think you're gonna have to wait a little bit, like probably 6 months to a year. But if you're willing to wait, you're going to get into a, Oh, that's interesting. That is weird, Frigley. It says the same thing for me. I can't even, like, see their message. I guess they hopped in and went, nah, never mind, and left. Okay. Let me double check on something real quick. I will tell you, Kanu, I do think that they're going to be reaching out. They're going to be reaching out. They'll, like, make a romantic attempt. It's just that he's not the right, he's a good person. It's just, this is not the person who's the best partner for you. But a different romantic connection is waiting for you in about 6 months to a year, so it's a little bit far out. And you know what? I do think that you would have a connection with this guy that you were asking about originally. It's, you engage with him on more of, like, a mental level. It's just that the romantic, like, solid foundations, it's just not going to be there. I have the Lovers in reverse for him, as well as Ace of Cups reverse, which to me says it's just not the right romantic connection. I also want to tell you that in trying to read for your energy, I felt blocked by what feels like a very hungry spirit. Never made predictions about a spirit being hanging around a person, but it was kind of like they were, I picked up on their energy first, and then I worked through it, and then I found you. This feels like a very hungry spirit, a very negative one. And in my mind, I saw dark smoke and dark clouds with a bunch of eyes looking out at me. And then just this, like, gnashing of teeth and this voice saying, like, I'm so hungry. Not something that you should be having hanging around you. So I would ask them to leave. And if you want them to go and they don't, the thing that an old witch taught me was you have to tell the entity to go into the light, because otherwise they're gonna hang around. I think if you just give them a stern talking to and tell them to leave, that they will. That's kind of cool. No, Frigley, bad. Yeah, but you have this, I think it's probably feeding off of you. But yeah, I would, it's not something that you should keep around you. Do you have any questions? I can also give you a more official ceremony to, like, get rid of it, if you want. Ah. Where are my notes? Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find the instructions that she gave me. I know not everybody believes in ghosts and spirits. I've just said I believe in it, obviously. In September, I'm getting the feeling of empty. It's not a bad thing though. The like new the like best possible romantic partner for you currently, that's going to be either the start of next year or the summer of next year. So in that zone. Let me see, where's the house cleansing? So these are the instructions that an old witch gave me when I felt like I had an unwanted guest in my house. It's hear me, all that inhabit this room. Unless you are here by invitation or with positive intentions, it is time for you to leave. I cast you into the light, get out. And then when you do that, you need to cleanse the space, and then you need to be sure that you put protections up, because if you don't do that, the spirit can just come right back. And just like uninvite them, tell them they're not welcome to be around you. All right. You're welcome. All right. I think that was everybody who wanted a reading. Oh, and for the record, the guy in your future, he's like very solid, warm, jovial person. I'm seeing maybe a beard and like just this very warm laugh. Yeah, go right ahead. It will be the last question, and then we'll probably be switching gears for the stream. To what? I don't know. Da, da, da. Na, 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 na. Hey, welcome back, Berkeley! I think you're the only person in the Twitch chat. And this will be the final reading, because I'm starting to poop out. Alright, let's see. Let me draw some cards. Alright. 1, 2. 3. 4. The message that I'm getting is you need to be fair to him, because if you're not and you try to string him along, it's going to cause major heartbreak. I think the most important thing here is you need to be honest and fair. If you're honest and fair, things are going to be okay. But if you're not and you're kind of vague, and you're not specific. I got the Five of Cups, which is emotional grief, and also the Tower, which isn't necessarily a bad card, but it would be something that you don't want to have happen. So that is the wisdom of the cards, Kanu. I hope they serve you well. And that is it for the tarot cards. Oh man, what do I change the chat to though? Probably just hang out and talk. Yeah. I think an honest conversation is probably a good idea, but you know, I did, but the two of you are not compatible the way that you think that you are. That's what the cards say, at least. Honesty and fairness will lead you here. You need to be honest and fair. Alright. And changing it to that. I hope you have good luck in the future, Kanu. Yeah, Frigley. I've heard that. Oh dear. I've heard that reaction content is considered theft by some people, but surely, I mean, I like the idea of sitting and doing a watch party with somebody. Or just people in general. You have a good night, Kanu. I hope the reading does you well. Man, I had something else to say. What was it? Yeah, we might do that on Friday. I gotta figure out like what's up, Tanya? Yeah, that makes sense, Frigley. 'Cause like thank you for subscribing, Tanya. That's awesome of you. Sure, yeah, you can ask a question. I'm assuming you mean like a tarot question. That's fine with me. I'm gonna, you ask your question, I'm gonna also respond to Frigley. Yeah, it's, because the tricky thing is trying to find stuff to stream that would also be relevant and get traffic. But that's so hard. The feelings of Yum for you. Alright. Oh god. Cutscene movies! That's true. I'm sensing that you're very focused on Kingdom Hearts. Alright, Tanya, I will need a name and a birthday from you. Hello, Tropical Ford. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Come and hang out. Yes, sir. What's up, man? Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my cat. Ooh, your favorite artist? Ooh, are you talking about, like, drawing or, like, musical speaking? Thank you, Tanya. Alright, let's do this. Sora plushie. I think Austin told me, Frigley, that, I think yesterday, or no, this was a few days ago. They were like, yeah, I'm in chat with Frigley and Lion, and Frigley's telling me about Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, that's great. Oh yeah, congrats, Tropical! That's so cool. Oh, I've always wanted to, like, go and be at a music concert, but it's just never played out, and now concert tickets are so expensive. Alright. Let me draw for Nope, Tanya. Brain rot music? What does that mean? Alright. Tanya. Alright. Oh goodness, the cards are very active. Okay. Yo, Skrillex? I feel like it's been a while since I've heard that name. I remember, wasn't he in Wreck-It Ralph? 2, 3, 4. Am I thinking about somebody else? Oh god, I bet I am. Yes, baby boy? They've been banned. I banned them. What on earth? Okay, 10 out of 10, unexpected. I'm so sorry, Tanya. I don't mean to be laughing during your reading. That was so unexpected. Oh man, okay. So, for this reading, let me see. I was trying to concentrate, and that completely threw me off. Thank you for burying it, Frigley. Thank you, Frigley. That's some of the funniest shit. No, Bud, please don't. Please tell me you're peeing on the tarp. He had best feet. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I think my cat is peeing outside the litter box. Oh, we're saved. He's not. The tarp is catching it. Oh, yeah! Thank you, whoever joined. Welcome! That's awesome. Just to like step away to evaluate the kitty crimes. Okay. I'm sure he feels the cat love. That's awesome. Thank you, Tropical. Okay, let me focus as hard as I can on this. Okay. A romantic reading, Tropical. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last one. That's what we were doing previously in the stream. I apologize for the wait, Tanya. It's, the psychic energy, so to speak, is a little, like, I'm trying to scrape at it. Oh, doing, like, psychic tarot readings on live stream? Alright, 1 second. Thank you for your patience, Tanya. Oh no, people could totally do romantic ones. I'm doing a romantic one right now. Alright, so... let's see, what did you say his name was? Vyom, I might be pronouncing that wrong, I apologize. I get the feeling that he has really intense romantic feelings for you, but it kind of scares him. It kind of scares him. And I think he's probably a little afraid of commitment is the vibe that I'm getting here. And so I think he wants to like confess to you and express his feelings, but he's not just worried about rejection. I think he's afraid of like getting ridiculed and laughed at. And if he doesn't say something to you, then I think like nothing's going to happen. Things won't progress. So I think if you're willing to, so here's the thing. Don't be the person to approach him and be like, hey, you want a date? But put like, make the kind of hint that the interest is there so that he knows if he wants to try that you are interested in. Because I think he's just afraid of getting like nuclear level denial. I do see a future, and if he's willing to kind of let go of his fear, I see the lovers here with the Ace of Swords. It's just that there needs to be a hurdle. He needs to get over the hurdle of asking you, but he needs to be the person to do it. Like if you try to like do it yourself, so to speak, I don't think you'll have, like, it needs to be, he has to be the one to ask you. Just give him a hint that you are interested and that he can ask. And I got the Lovers, Ace of Swords, and Four of Wands, which is like a family home marriage card. So I think he really likes you, and I think that you, like, there could be a solid future there. Just he has to have courage. And that's what the cards say. Do you have any questions? For some reason, I'm just getting the impression that I think he is interested, just he's, like, protecting himself. Granted, this is me doing this reading after, like, my like, mojo is kind of low, because I was doing readings for, I think, almost 2 hours. So I could be misreading it. But what I see in the cards is he is interested, but he's afraid of humiliation. And it's like, I don't know that there's much you can do other than try to leave your door open. That's what I think the cards are saying, at least. I apologize if I'm completely off. Oh, thank goodness. I'm glad it's still resonating with you, Tanya. Goodness, I'm responding ahead of what's appearing in the chat because I'm looking at the YouTube. We got a hate raid the other day, and so I'm trying to be very on top of looking at all of the chats because I didn't see it. It was here on YouTube, and I was only looking at the Twitch chat. Just so you know, Tanya, according to the cards, he has it bad. But it, again, like, it has to come from, yeah, the commitment. It has to come from him. But it does say, again, I got the Lover's card. So I'll tell you the cards that I drew so that you can kind of look them, if you want to look them up on your own. the first card that I drew up top was Temperance Reverse, which to me said stand still, not moving. And on one side, I had Three of Wands Reverse, which to me is not moving, not doing anything. And that was followed by the Three of Cups Reversed. It might be that he's dealt with infidelity in his past and he's afraid of being cheated on. But just kind of like not doing, not moving forward, just nothing happened. Like that's the path where he does nothing, and I think it's where his mind is at. And then on the other side of Temperance Reverse, which was the alternate path that he could take, I had Eight of Swords Reverse, which Eight of Swords Reverse means you get out of your own way and you take control. You take the step forward, so to me that was him acting. And from there, I got the Lovers with the Ace of Swords. And I also had a Four of Wands. I don't remember where it was. I moved the cards. And then just other cards on the side that I don't think are important, but it just sort of says, like, I think he has pretty serious feelings. It's just the commitment, and he's afraid of rejection and failure. I also got a Five of Swords, which is, like, even if you... It's, like, terrible defeat, even if you win, so to speak. It's not worth it, and it just, like, it seems like he has all these anxieties. So... that's the reading. Leave your door open is what the cards seem to be saying, so that he knows. But just, you know, make sure you value yourself and your own time. I think it's worth it to wait for him for a little bit. Just don't do it forever. So that's the end of the reading. But if he does like confess, you two would have a great relationship. Just he's got to do it, man. Thank you, Tanya. You're welcome. I'm glad the reading wasn't a complete mess. That's the final reading. I'm shuffling the cards and putting them away. I hope the information serves you well. I can talk real good. All right. Hey Frigley, you still want to hear the start of my fanfiction draft? The final reading. More like draft 3, and then I moved on to draft 4. Alright, we're switching gears officially. Boop. Well, that was fun, and we got stream traffic. Thank you, Frigley. Alright, well then, we need to get some, let's see. Oh, I gotta pull all the stuff back up. Okay, there we go. Let me find the draft 3. Ooh, but if I look up Final Fantasy XIV music, it's going to start recommending that stuff to me, and I've been very good about dodging that stuff. Maybe if I look in incognito mode. Alright, let's try this. Oh yeah, general FF music would have been a good idea.
Time to help people customize and save with.
No free press here. Liberty. There's also this calm orchestra rolls to have in your house. That's a good one. So this is from 2021, 3 years ago, so it should be safe. I think. I hope. If I hear anything that sounds unfamiliar, I'll freak out and change it. Alright, switching gears. Alright, let me... God, have I even been drinking water? Hold on. Alright, let's read this. I just dropped to one viewer. I think you're the last person in the chat, Friggs. Everyone is like, oh, she's not reading cards anymore. She's reading her own personal fan fiction. I'm out. I guess an upside is it's good to know that if I do tarot card readings, I'll get traffic in this stream. But you are a very big audience. It is good to know I'll get traffic in the stream. It's just not necessarily... I don't know how often I've had people show up for the card readings and then actually come back. Usually they just kind of like, they show up, they get the reading, I get my practice in, and then they go. But I get, if I just want numbers, then that's good. Alright. Where's my cat? I need to make sure I don't run him over. There you are, sitting behind me, non-creepily, staring at me. He's a little weirdo. I'm in love with him. God, the burden of wanting to be a video game Twitch streamer and not be able to play the video games. Where is this music from? Alright. Ever since Alamigo had been won back, Rauger's Reach had been a frenzied, overjoyed mess. In the times that Alize had dropped by there had hardly been a soul standing still. It was nice, seeing a place that had once been torn to pieces be a place filled with so much renewed hope. For them, the victory was still fresh, having happened only a couple of moons ago. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this? Oh, this is draft 4. Hold on, draft 3. There we go. It looks like I started to change the script on draft 3 and then I switched. Oh, is that what this song is from? Very nice. Alright, I'm gonna restart. So, just so you know, I think I originally wrote this to be... Yeah, I like started with the intent of it happening at the end of Stormblood, and then I switched and put it at the end of Shadowbringers, and then I started to change the script, because I wasn't supposed to share this with anybody, but then I went, no, this is stupid, let me make a whole new draft, and so it's a little funny. Okay. Ever since Alamigo had been won back, Rauger's Reach had been a frenzied, overjoyed mess. In the times that Alize had dropped by, there had hardly been a soul standing still. It was nice, seeing a place that had once been torn to pieces be a place filled with so much renewed hope. It was good to check in on them after having been away on the first. It had only been a matter of weeks for Eorzea, something that was mostly to Alize's advantage. Not much had changed despite her having been gone for over a year in the first. This was not the only reason Alize had come. Alize herself had a quest too. Not one about helping with managing inventory or other idle tasks around camp, but to locate the hero who had crushed Shinryu and Xenos and brought Alamigo out of Garlemald's. Not one about help. Yeah! This was not the only reason Alize had come. Alize herself had a quest too. Not one about helping with managing inventories or other idle tasks around camp, but to locate the hero who had crushed Shinryu and Xenos and brought Alamigo out of Garlemald's hold before coming to the first and dealing with that string of messes. It wasn't unusual to hear stories about how the Warrior of Light had done this or that, seemingly appearing just about everywhere and anywhere to help those in need. Recently, though, Alize had noticed of there being an awful lot of those stories without any kind of break between them. Concerned was one word for it. Maybe a little annoyed was another. I'm gonna check the... Oh, here's the actual draft 3. Okay. I apologize for starting again. You're the only person here. I apologize to you, frankly. This time, I'm not starting over. I promise you. Well, I'm starting over this time, and then I'm not gonna do it again. Ever since Alamigo had been won back, Raugur's Reach had been a frenzied, overjoyed mess. In the times that Alize had dropped by, there had hardly been a soul standing still. It was nice, seeing a place that had once been torn to pieces be a place filled with so much renewed hope. Alize herself had a quest too. Not one about helping with managing inventory or other idle tasks around camp, but to locate the hero who had crushed Shinryu and Xenos and brought Alamigo out of Garlemald's hold. It wasn't unusual to hear stories about how the Warrior of Light had done this or that, seemingly appearing just about everywhere and anywhere to help those in need. Recently, though, Alize had noticed a trend of there being an awful lot of those stories without any other kind of break between them. Concerned was one word for it, maybe a little annoyed was another. Oh, the Warrior of Light? A man named Olger Ironheart, who had the look of someone who made exploration their occupation, had replied. Aye, last I saw they're out in the Striped Hills fighting monsters and what have you, in front of that temple built into the mountains. I was watching them go up from Liberty Gate to there for a couple of bells before I headed back here. I've only been here for a few minutes, so I reckon they're still out there causing carnage. Following his quite precise directions, Alize left camp, following the road to the west. It was easy enough to spot the Warrior of Light even in the distance, surrounded by dust auras and earth sprites. Creatures made of stone, the dust auras stood at almost the height of 2 fully grown men, with thick, contorted bodies and purple light glowing from the stones set along their maws, eyes, and chests. There had to be at least a dozen of them, with a half a dozen earth sprites, all centered around the Warrior of Light brandishing an axe. Callisto. Even the tallest Rogadin would have had to look up at the dust auras, but Callisto especially was dwarfed by their size, standing at a slightly smaller height than Alize. She was a girl somewhere around Alize's age, a Mikote with burning red hair tied into pigtails and a long, graceful tail. And while she had the same round, sweet face of so many other Mikote, the raw strength and the rigidity of her slender body and the air of violence she carried with her into battle was borderline feral. Callisto curled her upper lip, fang gleaming in the sunlight as she scanned the enemies around her. She stood upright, held out the axe that was nearly her size with one hand, pointing it at the dust aura before her as if it were a blade. The monster snarled, and that set the rest of them off, the creatures descending upon her all at once. In an instant, Callisto kicked off of the ground, spinning up into the air in a flurry of violence, and with a savage scream, gripped her axe with both hands and slammed her axe so hard into the solid ground that the earth itself fractured. Cracks spider-webbed out from where she had struck, and Alize could see the air pulse from the shockwave, sending the dust Daras and earth sprites flying back. They were dead before they hit the ground, their bodies breaking, and they shattered upon impact. Callisto shouldered her axe, suddenly calm and standing in the midst of her work. Black and brown stones with gold and purple gems scattered throughout. It really was pretty, and it was much nicer and cleaner than what it usually looked like when Callisto did that to people. Callisto turned her head, meeting Alize's eye and then turning away, walking over to some of the dust and leaning down to sift through the remains. Alize approached, scanning their surroundings. Farther to the west, Alize could make out what must have been bodies, lining a path of death that the little warrior of light had been making throughout the fringes. Closer up, Alize could see the sweat and dirt on her.
Hello, Buttercup.
Let's see. Closer up, Alize could smell the sweat and dirt on her. Callisto's black and red leather armor from her brutal Lorica was scuffed but not torn, and her plain black pants and boots were covered in dirt. Normally, she wore gloves, but her knuckles were bare and bloody, and strands of her hair had escaped her pigtails. She set her axe down to collect stones in a bag. Not that I'm against violence, but is there a reason you've been murdering monsters all throughout the northern fringes? Alize asked. Some kind of quest or mission you've been given. I apologize, Buttercup, but the readings are done. I also don't have enough juice for them, so it wouldn't be a good one. Apologies. Boy, I had a thought and then it escaped my little brain, fluttering away. I do paid readings if you want them. I could do it maybe tomorrow, but for these free ones happening on stream, they're done for now. Without looking at her, she held a golden stone out to Alize, and she took it, inspecting it. Are you farming for earth crystals? Alize asked, and Callisto stood up, spitting out blood onto the dirt and going over to another part of the pile. Can you look at me while we're talking? Callisto paused, squinting at Alize with her over her shoulder with those pretty heterochromic eyes of hers. One blue and one green, both vivid and bright with the trademark Sunseeker slanted pupils. This close up, Alize could see the lack of color in her face and the bags starting to form under her eyes. Callisto, what is this? Just earth crystal farming? Alize asked, and Callisto shook her head, gingerly taking the crystal back and dropping it into her bag. Then, what is all this for? Callisto frowned and turned away, back around to resume her pilfering. And Alize moved around her, standing directly in her way. Callisto, Alize warned, and Callisto looked up at her, eyes narrow. Don't look at me with that tone, Alize continued, and Callisto's ears went flat against her head. Because I'm just asking. Talking, Alize had said, but Callisto did not use her voice to speak, being mute. Holding a conversation with her required a combination of reading body language and a generous amount of intuition. Callisto's face went impassive, her ears relaxing, and she glanced around at her work, put her bag away and picked up her axe and set it back on her back, and turned to look at Alize. After a second, Callisto just shrugged, turned away, and coughed hoarsely. The truth of it is, I just wanted to check on you, Alize admitted, and Callisto kept squinting out into the distance. Normally, when I hear about all these stories of you helping people out one way or the other, there's some sort of rhythm to them, but I've been hearing them pretty consistently for a while now, and I got concerned, and I have to say that you look exhausted. Callisto gave the horizon a lopsided frown. Are you alright? Alize asked. Callisto met Alize's gaze again and just looked at her. You would tell me if you weren't doing fine, wouldn't you? Callisto continued to stare at her. I can't work with anything if you just keep staring at me like that, Alize replied. After a second, Callisto shook her head a little, made an okay sign, and started to walk away. Alize's heart squeezed painfully tight, and she opened and closed her mouth, taking a step after her. I have food, Alize called after her, and Callisto stopped. Oh yes. Tataru gave me some biscuits with jelly on my way out the door. I'm sure she wouldn't mind it if I shared them with you. After a second, Callisto returned, looking down at Alize's hands and pockets. Victory. What, do you think I just stuffed my pockets with jelly and biscuits? Alize asked, amused, and Callisto made eye contact. Well, I don't. I keep them safe within my bag like a civilized individual. Why don't we sit down and have some? We could go back to Rauker's Reach to avoid getting accosted by monsters. That's all that I'll read. It's... I don't know. So that was draft 3, and I'm working on draft 4. Did you like it? Yay! That makes me very happy. Thank you. It's, I think, probably the, like, biggest conflict that I had writing it is you have to provide character description, and it's really hard to, like, it's very hard to, like, how do I put it? I guess do it naturally without feeling like you're being really obnoxious. Writing a voice? Thank you, Friggly. That means the world to me, actually. Legitimately, thank you so much. Thank you. I also, I like started on draft 4, which includes some nonsense with Grahatia. It's so hard to figure out where to start the story, though. Because it's like, I don't want to waste people's time, but where do you even begin? Because you have to set stuff up, but you also need a hook so that people want to keep reading. But you know what? That's why I'm on draft 4. Because the most important thing is to just, like, start writing. And I need to just sit and write it. I'm just so intimidated by writing for Grahatia because I don't know him. Actually, if you're willing to indulge me, Friggly, I'm gonna read what I wrote so far for the start of draft 4. And I'd like you to tell me if I've at least gotten the energy of Grahatia right, because I think if I can just get a little bit of feedback on it. I finished Shadowbringers, so I like moved it forward, but I don't... It's so stressful. So the draft I just read for you, that was for post Stormblood, and then I went, the story would actually have a lot more meaning if I moved it to post Shadowbringers. Still, Friggly, you can tell me if I'm just fucking it up, like, completely. You can go, no, that doesn't sound like him at all. Alright, so you'll probably, it kind of starts the same, but I edited it a little bit. If I can capture his voice, or find a way to better capture it, I think it'll make it easier for me to write it. So, this is draft 4. Ever since Alamigo had been won back, Rauker's Reach had been a frenzied, overjoyed mess. In the times that Alize had dropped by, there had hardly been a soul standing still. It was nice, seeing a place that had once been torn to pieces be a place filled with so much hope. For them, the victory was still fresh, having happened only a couple of moons ago, but for Alize it had happened well over a year ago. It was strange coming back here and seeing the marks of an event that had been so recent in Eorzea yet distant in her own memory, something she, like the rest, had been dealing with often since their return. It wasn't the same for all of them. For one, the distance was more like 100 years, and right now Alize stood at the entrance of Rauger's Reach with him, letting him soak in the view of Rauger's towering statue and the encampment as a whole. Incredible, Grahatia remarked, his gaze moving slowly over the camp. So this is Rauger's Reach, the heart of the Alamigan resistance. I think they moved most of their operations into Alamigo proper, but it was, yes, Alize replied. And we can hope that if our dear friend is still in the area, that they've heard of it. I pray it to be so, given this I should probably give him a little bit of a voice. I pray it to be so, given the distance you've taken me. Alize looked up at him and raised an eyebrow. You'd best not get your hopes up too far. She doesn't often stick to one area for too terribly long. I suppose I would imagine that is the worry of her life. She must travel quite frequently, Graha agreed reluctantly. Did the two of you come in from Castrum Oriens? An unfamiliar voice asked, and Alize and Graha looked over their shoulders to see a man who had the look of someone who made exploration their occupation. We did, as a matter of fact, Graha politely replied, and the man nodded and unscrewed his canteen. You probably walked right by her if that's the case. Wait, truly? Aye. I recognized this one as one of her friends, at least. He gestured to Alize with his canteen before drinking from it, and Graha's eyes lit up. So, if you're keen on finding her, I don't mind helping. Thank you. Your aid would be much appreciated, Graha beamed. Of course. Well, you know that temple that's built right into the mountain over in the Striped Hills? The man asked. I do, Alize replied. We passed south of that. That's where I saw her last, out in the distance causing some carnage. Fun to watch for a bit, but it gets senseless after a while, so I decided to come back to camp. Been about maybe a bell, so if you both hurry, I reckon she might still be out there. Thank you, Graha told him gratefully, and just like that, headed out of the gate they just come out from. And then I put page marker, because that's where I stopped writing the changed intro. What a stream. I went from failing to stream Pokemon to a chat stream to tarot card reading to forcing Frigley to listen to me read my fanfiction. Yeah! Awesome. Oh dear, I need... let's do... Very good. So the context of it is he had been just kind of sulking or he'd been really excited, like going, I'm gonna have an adventure. Thank you, Frigley. He was like, I'm gonna have, like, adventures with my hero finally. This is everything I ever hoped for and dreamed of. Hello, Juice on Ice! Welcome to the stream! How are you? What's up? Oh goodness, what was I telling quickly? I hope you're having a nice day, Juice. What's up, Juice? Oh, it's Izzy! What's up? Aw, Izzy, you're here. It's so nice to see you. We're doing good, thank you, Juice. I'm a little, like, tired and burnt out, but we've had a good time. Hey, having a very good day. Very cool, I'm happy to hear. Yeah, this was supposed to be a Pokemon stream for, like, old Fire Red, old Pokemon game, but I couldn't get the sound to work. And I didn't, it was like, let's just have a chat stream, you know? I don't let nonsense like stuff not working stop me. You adapt, overcome. What is it? Adapt, overcome. I don't remember. Success? I don't know. Thank you, Juice. Juice on Ice. Yeah, it's so nice having you, Izzy. Yeah. It's really nice. You missed it, Izzy. I was doing tarot card readings. Delivering fortunes. With my mystic abilities. Oh dear, what was I going to say? Oh, right. So, yeah, so he's like, he's like, I'm finally gonna go on these adventures. And he's like, waiting at the Rising Stones. And then, like, time keeps passing and she's like days. And he's like, oh, this is so exciting. And nothing's happening. And it like turns into weeks. And he slowly has this realization of Callisto doesn't really show up at the Rising Stones. And it's just like, Alize just sort of witnesses him like starting to sulk. And then I haven't decided if Graha makes the choice on his own or if someone is like, dude, if you're so depressed about not having adventures with the Warrior of Light, just go and find her. I haven't decided if someone tells Graha that or if Graha kind of makes he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go find her. But no, she's not social at all. And he's like, okay, let me go find her. And he's like, I don't know exactly where she would be, but he asks Thancred. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. He asks Thancred, he's like, wait, like, where is she? And he's like, well, I last heard that she was over here. And then he approached, I don't remember what, I think I just was like, Alize was the one that was there. It was like, would you be willing to help me, like, go and find her? Because I need to go to an area I haven't been yet. And Alize is like, yeah, alright, it's better than watching you, like, sulk around here. And he's like, I wasn't sulking. But then they actually go to Ralger's Reach, and he's just like, alright, like, I'm gonna go, like, we're gonna find her. She's here recently. I'm so excited. And then he kind of, like, goes ahead a little bit. So that's the context, but it's hard to decide whether or not I should start the story earlier, where it's at that point where Graha starts to, like, he's so excited and then realizes it's not happening, or just keep it where it's at now. I don't know, but I gotta, like, take stuff and kind of rewrite it. But that's the context. He's excited. Take charge. Oh, I'm so sorry, Juice. Yeah. If you... Because you're the second person who came in here after I was done and asked about a tarot card reading. I kind of, like, done... My mojo for that stuff is dried out. So... if I gave you a reading, it wouldn't be a good one. I do paid readings, which I'll probably start doing tomorrow, but the free readings for this current stream are done. And I do tarot card readings, like, every so often. Not too frequently, though. Yeah. Callisto actually likes the Scions a lot. She's just, like... she cares about them a lot, but, if anybody threatened them, she would break their fingers and then their neck, but, she doesn't share anything with the Scions, and I don't know that she thinks that it's necessarily reciprocated. It's like a complicated relationship that she has, and she's very hostile. Violence born from love. Yeah, she's very, like, Callisto cares about all of them very much, but she's very hostile towards all of them, so you wouldn't think so. Yeah, these are my nerds. You're not allowed to touch them. But then it's like, hey, Callisto, we love you and we want to spend time with you. And she's like, I have a call coming. I'm going to leave now. But whenever they ask for her assistance, she always comes when she's called. Just she doesn't want to spend any like personal time with them. And that's where the fanfic kind of starts. It's the beginning of a mental breakdown. Not the beginning. She's been having a mental breakdown. And it's sort of that like, we should be friends now. And Callisto's like, no. It's a whole thing. There's like layers of stuff kind of meshing together. It's fun. It's fun times. Why is it so small? What is that? Is that say Slick Eye? Thank you so much for joining us, Slick Eye. I'm gonna make that bigger. I'm so freaking blind. It's so wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much. Yay! Ooh, what was the mental breakdown triggered by? How wonderful of you to ask. Point one, it was building and then it kind of came to a head. It starts at the end of Stormblood, and then she goes through Shadowbringers, and it just kind of gets worse and worse and worse. But yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but it's a thing that is building and is coming to a head. And the way that she expresses her feelings is through violence, so, you know. That's the fun thing with this character. She's, like, very violent by nature, so her introduction in the story's going to be violent. No, it's not that. She's just, like... She's just kind of like that. I don't want to give too much away. Because someday the story will be done and I'll post it. And then it can be like, wow, look at this mental breakdown. But part of it is the fact that Callisto's a kid. She's like 13, 14 years old. And she's dealing with really adult issues that she's not actually equipped for. So it's a lot of it comes from that, where it's like a lot of the story is, hey, this is actually a child. So I think I've probably mentioned that in the past. Yeah, which the Scions are not aware of. I'm trying to... It's like very tricky figuring out how to write that stuff, but that's part of it, is like she's a kid dealing with all this stuff and she hasn't been receiving the support that she needs. In part because from the Scion's point of view, they believe that if Callisto needed help, she would just ask, but she wouldn't, and so that's like part of the story. You know, it's one of those. I think a lot of people go, if my friend needs me, like this family needs me, they know that they're able to, and that my door is open, but the fact is that the other person doesn't know that and doesn't think that, and that's part of it. It's like, excuse me, I'm having my mental breakdown in privacy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so fun. Well, I guess we need to figure out what to do for stream in the future. So we have some reaction content that we can do. Tarot does get views and traffic, which I love. People just, they don't typically come back. But I guess it does get, like, followers. I do have the emulate the totally legal old games, but they're not as popular as they were in the past. Whoa, excuse me. And I can't stream Baldur's Gate, and I feel like... yeah, absolutely. If you have any suggestions, like, please give it. Because it's like I'm trying to play the games that are suggested, but they run like a complete slideshow. And it's like... yeah, and that's the trick, is I want to stream, but it needs to be something that is somewhat current. But when I go and I look at all the stuff that's current, it's things that the computer can't handle, even if I purchased it. And that's kind of the trick, is I don't want to stop streaming, but it's even worse, Friggly. The computer just seems to be on a decline. It was basically unplayable. Like, I wouldn't play it on my own. It was really bad. Like, the models would move during a cutscene, and then you would stand there, and this was how the cutscene ran, is the characters would, like, turn and do something. Thank the patriarchy that, like, you're here, otherwise I would have been dead. Ma'am, where's the Grand Marshal? Is he safe? I'm afraid he's not here with us. Like, that's how the, cutscene played. I might have not even been doing the pauses for long enough. They were really taking their time to think. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad, Frig. It was bad, Izzy. And it was like, it was unplayable. Like, a cutscene that should have taken maybe 1 minute took, like, legitimately 5 minutes. It was really bad. And then I put everything to the lowest. I dropped the frame rate to 30. Like, I put everything on the lowest settings, and that was how it still ran. Iggies. OC wants Iggies. Yeah. So, Baldur's Gate. So, I don't think I have any real big stream or Steam games. It's like everything lags. Baldur's Gate lagged. Other stuff that I can't remember at this exact second lagged. And, like... and there is stuff to stream, I just don't know that it's stuff that will help to continue to build the community. And I can play the old retro games, and I do enjoy it. I love playing those old retro games, it's just that it doesn't get traffic. And it just kind of feels like the computer just can't play anything that's not a retro game. Or something super simple in 2D, which I have downloaded the suggestions Siberian gave me. But again, it's that thing of trying to find that marriage between... Can League of Legends run on potatoes? I've kind of avoided that stuff because I'm scared of it. I'm scared of the people. Yeah, the community might not be great. That's what I would be afraid of. Yeah, there's like, there are the free games like Overwatch, and it doesn't play on a potato. Ah, tragic. Damn. Community's kind of bad. Yeah. You know, there's Overwatch, Valorant. Like, there are free games. It's just that I don't think the computer can run it. Oh, that is bad, Izzy. That's real bad. I don't... just like the computer's on such a decline. But then, I mean, I can do these chat streams. I like sitting down and talking with you guys and just hanging out. I don't know if it's... It would be nice to fundraise for a new computer. I don't, because I finished my coding boot camp in February, and the starting pay for that is it's like 60-70K entry level. So if I can get in and do those jobs, like, I'll have the computer. But the other thing is I took out a really big loan to go to the school. I took out a huge loan for the school. And it's fine as long as I get the job, but then it's like, if I get the money for a new computer, I'd feel really bad not putting that towards the loan because it's so big. So it's like, I have that thing, it's just, it's like in February. And what do I do up until that point? Like, it's difficult. Do you think that just chatting streams are tangible? Because I guess I get worried that I would start doing that, and then, I don't know, I would run out of things to say. How do people do that? Is it, like, just come in here, ask for advice? Or is it literally just, hey, chit-chat stream, hop in? I don't think I know this song. I have to change it! Oh, God! Where's the music? Oh. Ah. Wait, no, I have heard this music. I could keep doing art. It's just, drawing kind of exhausts me. I can't do it for like a 2-hour art stream. Takes a lot out of me. Oh, is it a song from FF3? Nice. God, everything comes from another Final Fantasy game. Yeah, I want to keep streaming, I just don't know. Other than talk streams and tarot and art, you know. A capture card? I don't really have consoles. I have my Switch that has Breath of the Wild, and it has Breath of the Wild and Smash Bros on it, and that's kind of it. How much does a capture card cost? Wow, these have gotten so much cheaper. What? When did these get this cheap? Oh, crap. Oh, damn, you're right, Izzy. Damn. I can't believe these are so cheap. I remember in the past, they were like, oh, regularly over like 150, at least 150, and I feel like the the good ones were like $200, $400. Ow! Wow, I had no idea. I'm seeing capture cards for like $15, $30. Like, I don't know how good they are. I'm also seeing stuff for like $60, $70, which isn't ideal, but is possible. I'm still so mad that the sound didn't work at the beginning of stream. 15 bucks side-eye at? Yeah. Some things are worth spending money on. I feel like I would think capture cards would be one of those things, but I don't know. Yeah, it looks like these cheap ones have really low ratings, so they're probably not the best. The ones with good ratings are over $100, so yeah. Probably like 50 plus. Hopefully I can get some actual cash flow. There's a local shop that said that they're looking for tarot card readers, and I'm gonna submit an application. But it's tricky. Cause I do this. I'm studying. Thank you, Izzy. It would be great if it worked. It would just be really nice to get that cash flow. And then I could actually be like, oh, like new computer time or something. Frankly, I apologize for kind of sitting here and shooting all of your ideas down. I don't want to be an ass, I just feel stuck. Any income is very good income, yeah. Let me write these suggestions down. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Notes. Okay, I hope you have a good time with your tabletop game. I'm gonna write down your suggestions, Friggs, and then why? And it was super nice having you in here, Izzy. Okay. Hangout streams. Reaction. Watch stream. Forward KH. Riku is gay thing with 3 Ys. Bye, Izzy. I don't think the what do you call it? I don't think the capture card would work. Because of what Izzy said with the, it would still need to run through the computer. 6-hour long Riku escape video! And then what was the other stuff he suggested? Hold on. See, art was another. Oh, I guess I felt like I was continually telling you no, but actually it's not that bad. Yeah. Maybe I need to do a tarot card reading. Do a tarot card reading for myself. Or like, what do I do now? Please help. And get the wisdom from the cards beamed into my skull. Alright, let's see, stream ideas. Okay. Bro, what are you screaming about? Alright. I used to play that a bit back in or I started playing it with Hoshi, I think, so that was a while ago. Yeah, yeah, there it is, Figs. Oh man. Hey, what's up, Gucci Lemon? Yo. Sup? Those videos are great. That makes me very happy to hear. What's up, Gucci Lemon? Are you Gucci? I'm sure you don't hear that joke all the time. Alright. Well, I have written your suggestions down. I don't know. Maybe we'll just sit, like, do more chat streams. I always get worried that I'll do them and then have nothing to talk about, and then I always end up having a lot of fun. Okay. My throat hurts from doing so much talking. Yeah! I remember Final Fantasy 14 in that video with FF11. I think... Yeah. Oh man, that was a while ago. I miss that old broad. Old Dark Knight in 11. Ah, I remember that. Funny voice. Oh. That makes me so happy that you remember all of that. Legitimately. Oh, goodness. Alright. That's the end of stream. Thank you so much for all of your suggestions and fun memories, Wrigley. I hope you have a wonderful night. And pray enjoy the rest of your time. Thank you so much for those who followed as well. Absolutely wonderful having everybody here. I hope you all have a wonderful night. And have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.